Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel Without a Wire, where we explore everything home automation. In today's video we're going to install some vibration sensors on the wall behind me. There's been some security issues in the complex where I do the installations, where people don't get over the fence. They knock a hole underneath through the fence to avoid the electrical wires. So what we're going to do today is we're going to install the vibration sensors and see how they work. Before we start the video, this is not a sponsored video. The products that you see in this video is either bought by myself or by the clients I do installations for, so it's not influenced by any sponsorship, and the views you see on this channel is purely my experience with these products. So let's get started. So in today's video we look at the Aqara ecosystem, which consists of an Aqara hub and some vibration sensors. We'll open up the box, take a look at how it sets up, look at the app, and then we're going to install them and see how they work. But before we get started, let's see what the company is all about. So the products we will be working with today is Aqara products. It's a Zigbee hub and 2 vibration sensors. And Aqara was actually founded in 2016, and the name comes from the words Acutilus Ara, which apparently means smart home. And their vision statement says provide customers with comprehensive smart home products and solutions that are beautifully designed and affordable and easy to use. Affordable, yes. Let's look at their mission statement. Their mission statement throws around words like energy efficient, extremely low energy consumption, and we'll have a look at that too. I'll probably make a video about energy consumption and power saving solutions, so look out for that video in the next upcoming weeks. So let's look at the products we'll be working with today. First one would be the Aqara hub, and I would also add 2 vibration sensors running on Zigbee frequencies. So let's open up and see what's inside. So if we take a look at the hub first, on the outside of the box, not much, but they do say that they work with Apple HomeKit and Zigbee. Now looking at the price range of these are quite cheap in comparison to their competitors. And if you look at it, I mean, a company like Aqara would have to pay licensing to get certification for Zigbee, and the same for Apple. So in general terms, if you see the Zigbee logo and the Apple HomeKit logo, you would expect the equipment to be quite expensive, but they are actually not. This hub is $700 and the second gen is like $900. If you compare this to Apple HomeKit type solutions, equivalent solutions, it would probably be double the price. Let's look at the vibration sensors. These sensors are just over $200 each. The closest competitors I could find was double the price and not even Apple compatible. So from a price perspective, they are quite competitively priced. So if we look at the box, there's not much on the box. I mean, it says it's the hub M1S. This is the first generation. The only difference between the first generation and the second generation is the amount of languages. And they do say that the second generation has ringtones that you can choose from. But when we set up through the app, this one also have some ringtones that you can choose from. So I really don't know what is the big difference between the first generation and the second generation, apart from the 250 rand gap between the two. So on the box it's just Aqara, Apple HomeKit. On the side it gives you some high level information, not too much on the box. And on the other side they do talk about voice control. This is not voice control on the hub itself. It actually refers to voice control from the Apple HomeKit using Siri, and for that matter you can actually include Alexa and Google as well. because it's compatible with Alexa and Google too. So let's open it up, see what's in the box. This is what the hub looks like, and you can see it's a 2-pin adapter, and it will fit directly into the wall. In the middle here you see the night light, and this is also a cool and warm white, and you have RGB colors which you can use as part of the alarm or as a night light or anything. And there's your little button that gives you different capabilities, either to switch the alarm on and off, to reset it, or to hard reset it, or to switch the light on and off. And then there you can see the Apple QR code and codes. But when you have this in the wall, it's kind of difficult scanning the QR code or reading the code on the device. So Aqara has been quite clever by putting a sticker on the box as well. So once this is installed and you set up the app, and you need to get to the stage where you need to scan for Apple HomeKit, you can scan it from the box. You don't have to play around with the hub and unplug it to find the QR code or the code. So let's see what else is in the box. The user manual and a little card. We thank you for choosing Aqara. Oh, thanks Aqara. Oh, thank you card. It's a pleasure. So in the manual, it's going to go through this really quickly. There's a couple of languages that you can choose from in the manual, and it basically takes you through the setup and where to find the app, gives you some warnings and specifications and all that kind of stuff. So nice manual to have, also for people who like to read. Okay, that's the hub. So that's the hub. Let's have a look at the vibration sensor. So on the outside of the box, no wiring required, because this runs on a Zigbee frequency, and the distance from the hub can be anything from 10 to 100 meters without using wires. So that's quite impressive, and you can hide this virtually anywhere. You'll see when I open up the box. So on the outside of the box, no wires required. Detects motion, vibration and movement, and that's about it. Not a lot. On the bottom of the box it gives you the specs, and it runs off a normal 2032 battery. So yeah, that's quite nice. If we open up the box, let's see. Again, it's a pleasure Aqara for using your products. There's a little 3M sticker to stick it to the surface where you want the vibration sensor. Also another booklet, again a couple of languages, and it tells you the specs about the vibration sensor, how to set it up, how to sync it, how to reset it, all that kind of stuff. So not much there. And then this is just a box, nothing in there. Wait, so there's the vibration sensor. In my hand you can see how small this is. It's really small. What I like about it is the battery actually screws in, so you can see there's a little coin slot there that you can twist it to install the battery. So it will secure the battery quite nicely in the vibration sensor, and it won't lose connection. There's the little reset button or the sync button, and that's about it. And it's quite light. It weighs a couple of grams. I don't even know if they say how much. No, but this can't be more than 30 grams at least, and you can see how small this is. So what we're going to do is, I got a few junction boxes which is rated IP55. Let's look at one that I opened already. So these little junction boxes are rated IP55, which means that it's not waterproof, but it's splash proof. So if you splash it with a garden hose, or it rains and it gets wet, at least it will protect the vibration sensor from getting wet. So what we're going to do, these junction boxes are going to be installed on the wall, and the vibration sensor is going to be inside the box. So if someone knocks the wall and the vibration sensor is inside, it will pick up vibrations. Because it's loose, it will be more sensitive to pick up vibrations. So that will be the installation for today. Now if you get started in the app, it's real easy. At the home screen, you will just tap on add accessory, and if this hub is plugged in, there will be a flashing light on it, yellow light, and it will prompt you through the setup process. And if you set it up from an iPhone, the Apple HomeKit setup is baked into the setup flow. So by the time that you set up the hub, your Apple HomeKit would be set up as well. So it's real easy to set up. It took me a couple of minutes, maybe 2 minutes, to set up the hub. To add a vibration sensor, same thing. Just say add accessory, and in the menu you can choose which accessory to add, vibration sensor or whatever the case may be, and the app would pick it up and pair the two devices together. The other thing that I like about setting this up is that in the setup process, it doesn't take you out the app, or it doesn't ask you for your Wi-Fi password, because your iPhone already have your Wi-Fi credentials. So the setup flow is easy, it flows through, and it doesn't have a lot of disruptions where you need to type stuff in and configure devices to be able to connect to your network. Everything is integrated and easy to use with a nice and smooth user flow. If we look at the app, there's a couple of nice features. You can set up scenes, and with the products in this range, you have anything from vibration sensors, motion sensors, contact sensors, even smoke sensors, gas detection sensors. I wouldn't want one of those in my bathroom, of course. And you can integrate all these sensors with one of these hubs, and one of these hubs can actually control 128 of these little Zigbee devices before you would need to install a second hub. Inside the app you can also share, and from a security perspective, if you use a vibration sensor or a contact sensor where it tells you whether something is open or closed, or even a little motion sensor, all of these devices can aid your home security so much. I don't know why people on farms or on even in the residential areas are not making use of home automation equipment to beef up their security. Because this sensor, if someone opens up a door anywhere, whether you're at home or not, you can set up an alarm either through this or your Alexa or your Google device to alert you that a door is open, and you would know that the door should be open or shouldn't be open. If you are not at home and a door opens, obviously you know that that door shouldn't be open, and that gives you a chance to contact the authorities or your neighborhood watch or whatever the case may be. This is proactive security. From a motion sensor perspective, you can see how small these motion sensors are. These are Sonoff, of course, it's not a Cara, but there's not much difference between the product ranges. You can put this thing anywhere. It's wireless, it runs off a battery, and the battery would last you 2 years plus, depending on usage. And this thing, you can also set up notifications, alarms, all that kind of stuff. So if you are at home or not at home, you would know whether there's movement and whether there should be movement or not, and that would help you to have proactive security. And the same with these vibration sensors. This is actually on the wall outside, so it will warn you before someone is in your house. Conventional security systems are designed to warn you or to set off an alarm once someone's already breached your house. Most of your conventional security systems have motion sensors inside, contact sensors inside, and they're all wired. So by the time you get the alert, it's too late. Making use of these things and just putting it in a place where it can't get wet or it can't get damaged by water It's so easy hiding these little things, and you don't need wires, which means that you can actually do a perimeter security fence. And once any of these sensors are tripped, you know already before your house is breached or before someone gets inside your house. So looking at that, I don't know why people are not using home automation to their advantage. Some insurance companies actually give you a lower premium if you have some of these devices in. Maybe not in our market, but overseas definitely. If you are running a smart home and you have proactive detection systems that prevent someone from getting into your house or into your property, your insurance company would actually lower your insurance premium, because that means that there's a lower risk of them having to pay out when something gets stolen or damaged. Back to the app. In the app there's 3 settings. The one is scenes, where you can have a single tap and it will set up a scene, or it will activate your security, or whatever the case may be. Second menu item is routines or automations, where you can use a trigger and have different things happen from that trigger, either switching on a light, or let the alarm go off, or open up a gate, or whatever the case may be, whatever you have in your house. And then there's also the security, and there's four modes of security. There's a 24/7 mode, which will alert you anytime the sensor picks up vibration or motion, or when a contact sensor is breached. There's a away mode, there's a home mode, and there's also a night mode, to say that these sensors should only alert you at night or after sunset, or whatever the case may be. The home mode and the away mode also has a nifty feature that allows you for some time to reset or to switch off your alarm before you get out the house, or as you get in. It will give you a delay before the alarm sounds, just to switch off the alarm. And on the hub there's a little button. If you have a manual alarm, this button you can use to switch on the alarm or to switch off the alarm. In that case, the delay for the home and away setting is actually very, very nice. The sharing setting, and you can actually share these devices with friends and family, or your neighborhood watch, or the authorities, or your security company, so that when one of these sensors are tripped and it's part of your security ecosystem, that your friends or your neighbors or someone looking after your house, neighborhood watch, or even your security company will get an alert that one of these are tripped. And that gives you some proactiveness to even get some backup whenever there's something that is not safe. Looking at the vibration sensor, there's also 3 modes to set off this vibration sensor. There's a vibration, of course, because it's a vibration sensor. There's a tilt, because inside the sensor there's also a gyro sensor that picks up what position the sensor is in, and if it lifts a little bit, as much as 15 degrees, it will set off the alarm. So if you own a motorcycle is normally parked like this, if someone wants to steal your motorcycle and they pick it up straight, the sensor will pick it up and it will sound the alarm. Or if you have it somewhere in your car where the car starts and there's a vibration from the engine starting, the sensor will go off, and the uses will go on and on and on. Anywhere where you have a tilt or a vibration, you can use this sensor. The third trigger for the sensor is drop. So if I were to drop it, that would also set off the alarm. It's quite nifty. It's not really a drop trigger, it's a vibration trigger, because as this sensor drops, it vibrates or it tilts. So marketing it as a third trigger for the alarm is quite clever, but it's useful. And that would give you the opportunity to be proactive in terms of your security. So that said, let's install these little guys and see how well they work. installation is complete. As you can see, there's the one box, and there at the bottom there's the other box, but we'll get to that one now. So the security alert system has been set to trigger on vibration, tilt or drop. So all three of those triggers will trigger the alarm. And let's see how this works. There we go. Alarm in the house is going off. Let's go test the other one. Let's just go switch off the alarm. There we go. Alarm is switched off. The other one, if someone would hit the wall, let's see if it triggers. There we go. Alarm going off. Thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give this video a like and hit subscribe. It will really help out this channel. If you want to contribute to this channel, you can join our Patreon campaign or do a once-off donation at PayPal. Links in the description below. Or you can also join us on Instagram and see what we get up to behind the scenes. Also, all the products that we discussed in this video would have product links in the description below if you want to go check it out and see where to buy them. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you in the next video.